Hey, Barakathe Hawashai. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Peace and blessings to the elect, double honors to our elders and apostles, the great millstone. I want to do a video real quick. Call this Keep in Mind, Don't Get Too Mad, Count Your Blessings. It's based off of the slander and the false accusations that come our way. You know, all the things that are said about us. Well, Yahushai warned us about these things, and he told us that we were blessed. You know, so I just want to just to keep in mind, you know, not to get too upset. You know, of course, you're going to feel some type of anger and vexation, but you can't let it overcome you, and you got to keep this in mind. Matthew chapter 5, verse 10, it says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." And our righteousness is just in our words. You know, our words are perfect in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Of course, not our deeds. We're waiting to be perfected so that we can enter into that kingdom. And in that perfection, in that speaking, all right, we're going to be persecuted for the things that we say, because you got to remember our people's minds are warped. And of course, the heathen's minds are warped. So it's just an all out attack. But the Lord said we're blessed. All right, it says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake." All right, let's look up that word revile real quick. When it says they shall revile us, and that's what's going on. Everything that they're saying about us, the whole rape stuff and all this other crap, it's really a saying against Yahushai. All right, it says, "Of undeserved reproach, upbraid." All right, into one's teeth, upbraid, revile, to reproach. Let's go back to the scripture again. So it says, "So one shall revile you and persecute you and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." And that's the thing, if someone's saying something false, it really shouldn't affect us too much. You know, you should count it as a blessing. That's what Yahushua is telling us. It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you." Verse 12 again, verse 12 now says, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad." You see that? Be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So we must be doing something right. You know, we're being persecuted and talked about the way that we are, from all angles, from all sides. You know, everyone, not even just in Israel who knows they're Israel. A lot of people just talking crazy about us. All right, all types of slander. But all these accusations are going to be proven to be false, and we are to be exceedingly glad. All right, we're to be exceedingly glad, and we're supposed to count on all joy. This is James or Yaquab. Start at verse 1, 1 and 1. "James, a servant of Yahweh and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations." And the reason why I brought this out is because the scripture says, "Be ye angry and sin not." And one of your temptations is going to be to be angry, you know, because if it says be angry and sin not, then that means your anger level can get to a point that can make you go off and sin. So that's why you got to keep in mind to count it all joy. And why is that? Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So it's a part of the suffering, the persecution, the false accusations. We just got to be happy at the end of the day that Yahushua warned us about us. Look, Yahushua didn't have to warn us that these things were going to happen, but he warned us, and we have to praise and thank Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for that. All right, and it's going to be tempting to get angry. It's going to be tempting to be vexed. But you can't get so angry and vexed that you just stop doing the work. You stop doing everything. You know, the accusations, the persecution's too much, so you just fall off the grid. So you don't want to receive it. No, it comes with the territory. All right. And I want to read it in the NLT. This is 5 and 10 again. It says, "God bless those who are persecuted for doing right, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs." God blesses you when people mock you and persecute you and lie about you. Right? They make all kind of pictures of us. You know, say all types of crazy stuff, like the elder Manat they try to put his face on a fish with bug eyes and stuff, and he just laughed it off. And that's the spirit that we're supposed to be in. You know, the brother down in South Carolina I'm talking about. It says, "And all sorts of evil things about you, because you are my followers." Just like the elders and apostles too, they do all type of caricatures, like that dude who used to be in Israel. We don't know where he is, Yakko Wacko, Avenger for Yahweh Shai. He was doing all types of crazy stuff, persecuting brothers. Akim were losing jobs and stuff. It was vexing and angry, but we got to count it all joy, like these scriptures are saying, and say all sorts of evil things against you because you are my followers. Be happy about it with an exclamation point. Be very glad. For a great reward awaits you in heaven. And remember, the ancient prophets were persecuted in the same way. A couple more precepts I wanted to get. This is Psalms 35:12. It says, they rewarded evil for good to the spoiling of my soul. And that's what they want us to do. They want to spoil our soul to the point of collapsing or getting too angry that we do something carnal. But that's not going to happen. Why? Because we're going to keep in mind. All right, we're going to keep in mind to count out all joy, all right, and to count our blessings. Psalms 38 and verse 20 says, they also that render evil for good are my adversaries. And that's what we got to remember. The enemy always wants to make sure we try and fall. He wants us to slip. All right, but we got to count it joy when he tries to attack, and we are able to counter with the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You have to praise Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai that you're in your right mind. You know, it's a blessing because I follow that which is good, and that's Yahweh Shai. All right. Here's another one, Psalms 109:5. It says, and they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love. And yeah, our love, all we're doing is correcting these guys, you know, with their false doctrines about the MOTB and the virgin birth and the Sabbath going according to the moon and not Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. They render evil for us just for proving to them what's good and right in the scriptures, you know. So we just got to keep in mind, you know, to count our blessings. I got this picture too. It says, when you count your blessings, you realize you're actually doing just fine. And that's right. We're actually doing great. You know, it's the spirit. If all this hatred and everything that we're getting and garnering, Yahweh Shai warned us about it. And he said, being exceedingly glad because we're getting blessings. Look, every time we get slandered, you see something crazy on the internet about us, about the internet, about the Israelites, specifically Great Millstone, and everyone's under their umbrella. Because you have a lot of you out there, you may not necessarily be in a camp, and you see what's going on, and it upsets you because you feel it, because you're part of the body and you feel it, you know, and you're like, damn, I feel bad. Well, hey, it's a blessing, you know, so you can't get too upset, you know, through the spirit. So that's all I wanted to say. You know, just keep in mind, don't get too mad and count your blessings. All right. So all praises to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Kakwadash. Just want to do this quick keep in mind video. Shout out to the brothers on Allah in the camp here, you know, and again, all praises to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Rakah Hakwadash, and double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All right. Shalom.